Hello, my babies. As I've mentioned, this is your girl MamMaJ, aka MamMaJ, and you are listening to MamMaJism. Thank you for deciding to listen in on this talk of love and honest conversation. So let's get into it. By the time you finish this episode, you will know 5 ways to work through grief. These tips aren't a one-size-fits-all solution. They aren't ranked in any particular order. They are simply things that have helped me in my journey to heal. Grief is something that's everyone is experiencing in one way or another, because I do want to say grief is not just when you're, dealing with a loss of a death or someone that you care about. It's also when you're changing up a routine drastically. So we've all kind of been dealing with grief. COVID kind of took 2020 from us in a way, and all of our plans. So we're all grieving in a way. First, I want to start off by saying one way that has really helped me personally has been taking your time. I struggled with this one in particular because I had found out that a librarian from my high school, Miss Crabtree, a literal walking angel on earth, was called home. And it was really tough because I had a relationship with her as a student and I had it as an adult, because when I went and worked my after school program, it was in the library with her. So in the days when I felt like I couldn't get the students to come in, or I felt like I wasn't doing a good job, she was there speaking life into me and into the students and helping me with that news. It made it very hard for me to want to do anything at all. I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I'm using this as an excuse to not get work done or to procrastinate. And then I was like, no, I don't think that's it at all. And I didn't want to give into that sort of like self-doubt or like that type of negative self-talk, because that was just where I was going with it. And truly, we all need a little break from everyday life sometimes, right? So I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to force myself to do anything that I don't want to do. If it doesn't feel comfortable for me, then I'm just not going to do it. I haven't really posted anything, even though I had it all ready and queued to go. I just didn't feel up to it. And sometimes that's just what it's like. That's just what happens when you're grieving and when you're really leaning into your emotions. The second way is to accept your grief. So like I said, I was having this self-talk where I was like, MamMaJ, you're using this as an excuse. Like, you're sad about this, of course, but at the same time, you're using this as a reason to procrastinate on your goals and to not make things happen for yourself. Then I had to stop myself like, whoa, no, girl, you're grieving. Like, it is okay for you to feel this way, and it is okay for you to take a break. You have been working really hard to get stuff, off the ground. It is okay if you decide that you need to take some time to really, feel this way. And so that is exactly what I did. And it has helped me to figure out the best course of action for myself. Because if you can't name what's going on with you, if you can't name the emotions that you're feeling or why you're doing the things that you do, then you're going to just keep going in a circle doing the same things over and over. But once you're able to kind of sit down and be like, okay, write it all down. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is the reason why. Now you can plan your course of action and figure out ways to slowly but surely navigate through those feelings. Number 3 is to express your grief. This one is my favorite. If you know me, you know I'm a crier. So what that looks like for me is literally a really good cry session, like ugly crying, blasting my music to the max, and, always keeping some treats and snacks nearby. So I've taken a lot of time to really just let it all out. And it really did just kind of consist of me crying a lot and watching the Marvel watching all the Marvel movies. The MCU has truly kept me company. And that's not me hiding from my emotions, okay? Actually, the MCU movies make me cry more. So I feel like it's actually helping me to purge and release. And, at the end of the day, that's what I need right now, right? Number 4 is seek support. Y'all know how I feel about that. I do have a therapist. I see her. It ranges from weekly to bi-weekly depending on how I'm feeling. This past week, I actually forgot that I had a therapy session because I was so deep into the Marvel movies. So when she called me, I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm currently watching Thor Ragnarok, and I am on Asgard right now. I can't talk to you right now. Like, I can't talk to you right now. I'm doing hot girl shit. Like, so I had to be like, yeah, I'm sorry. MamMaJ is not in the building. She left to Asgard. She's trying to help Thor and the Valkyrie. So I don't know what to tell you. For those of you who don't have a therapist or don't have someone that you talk to on the regular, I do want to suggest that if you can, if it's in your budget, if you have insurance, definitely utilize all of the things that your insurance offers you. Because you might even find that there are some services that are free to you. So that's always something to keep in mind. In the show notes, I'll also be providing a list of resources ranging from the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline to a treatment service locator. And then the final thing, number 5, is to get active. So I know this sounds like, well, what, why? Like, even I'm kind of like, I don't know about that one, but it could be something as simple as walking around your neighborhood or going on a hike. If you want to keep it indoors because you don't want to go outside and see people, you can try yoga. I have slowly been incorporating yoga into my daily routine. And I started doing yoga, and then I think I almost dislocated my back. I think I tried to do something a little too fast, and it was just not working out for me. So actually what I've been doing instead is I like to do stretches as soon as I wake up. And these are things that I do on my bed before my feet even touch the ground. These are just stretches from like the butterfly pose to like the, downward dog a little bit. The cat pose where you like do that with your back. I like that one. But there are some things that you can do just on your bed without even leaving your space, just to kind of get your body used to the movement, the fluidity. So those are some things that I have done in order to help me along the way with my grieving process. And again, it's going to look different for everyone. I don't expect us all to have the same ways of dealing with grief, but these are just some ways that I personally found helpful for me. Again, that was to take the time that I need. So sometimes the best way to work through grief is to not work at all. The second is to accept your grief. You know, you can't help yourself if you don't even know what it is that you're going through. So if you can't name that feeling, you know, that might be the first step that you want to take. Number 3 is to express your grief. So that could be writing, singing, crying, whatever feels right to release that from your body. Number 4 is to seek support. So that can range from a family member, a friend, or getting help from like an actual resource, like a therapist or 911, really depending on whatever situation it is that you're going through. And finally, it is to get active. So that could be running and walking, or that can just simply be stretching, just making sure you get some blood flow going. With that being said, I challenge all of you to just check on yourself. I know the last episode I said to check yourself. Now I want you to check on yourself. I think it is best that, you know, we give the grieving process the time that it needs. Don't force anything. Just be honest with yourself and really give yourself that compassion that I hope that you're also giving other people. And remember just to work through your grief. Don't run from it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please be good. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Please make sure to check out my website, MamMaJism.com, to stay updated on new episodes, blog posts, and exclusive features. If you like this episode, don't forget to share it with a friend, as well as leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. Be sure to subscribe, like, or follow on all the socials at MamMaJism. MamMaJism is recorded, mixed, and produced by MamMaJ. The meditation music is provided by Chris Collins at indiemusicbox.com. The theme music is provided by DP The Unknown, and the song is titled Here, If. Until we meet again, please be kind to one another. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I'm feeling so